Hey everyone, it is another week of results, and this time we have Toronto BCS, the only one this weekend, and one of the last few before the ban list kicks in on, I think it's the 10th, right? So that means like there's still one more tournament just before that, the official last one, that is BCS Mexico. That should be quite interesting to see, but again, restriction list didn't hit all the formats. Standard is quite slick, right? So we're gonna just look at all three formats anyway, right? And nowadays Bushiroad does provide the top four lists in Twitter, so we get to see some of the four lists. Anyway, let's get started. We have the standard format here in the top 8 for BCS Toronto was 2 Nirvana and 2 Shaman King. So this Shaman King actually making quite a big splash already in the format, and it wasn't just Yo decks, we had a Tau Ren deck do well as well. That's quite cool. And then the one-offs are Kyrie, Bruce, Prison, and Magnolia, so that's, kind of expected. The Nirvana is still staying strong, right? The first place, the results is actually David Ma with Kyrie. Then we had Teddy Yuen with Seraph Snow, and Brian Newen with the Magnolia deck, and then finally got Herv Tiev with the Nirvana deck. So unfortunately, none of the Shaman Kings making it through. And let's kind of look at what's going on, right? So top 3 actually got the invites to Worlds. First place, we have that Kyrie list, right? Pretty straightforward meta Kyrie list. The friends build. It's been doing well, right? It's been doing well, so quite good. And second, we have is the Seraph Snow list, running one of the grade 3s, and that's nice. And then here we have the Magnolia list. Now this Magnolia list is definitely a Magnolia list. But at the same time, we thought Magnolia kind of dropped off quite a lot. Everyone's been kind of going to that Flagberg land, right? But this Magnolia list seems extremely aggressive. Just looking at this, we have like the 6 orders, which is, it's okay. But we have the, we have the Zorga ride line, just to kind of accommodate those orders. But then we have things like the roaming prison dragon. Whoa, you know what? Yeah, that just comes out when you play an order. And then we have like the rotting usurp dragon as well. So you're able to ride and call things, basically just kind of call the whole field, right? So if you think about the perfect setup, right? We have like we ride like our elder, we call a thing out from soul, and this guy comes out from the drop zone. Then you like play a spiritual body condensation, or something, right? I think a lot of these just do work. So you even the walls, the whales, sorry. And then even the walled intelligence as well. Basically, when you call these, actually only 5 of these are normal orders. The Ghost Chase is that Blitz order, but we have 5 of these orders that, actually 4 of these orders which kind of call something. This last one is not, right? This is actually, no, this is a Blitz order. Never mind. I thought it was the golden Magnolia. But yeah, we actually have 4 normal orders and 2 blitz. This is the big guy, right? The big guy, and you get 5k. Yeah, big defensive. Yeah, okay, 2 blitz orders, but basically every single normal order that you play will call a thing, right? We'll call a thing. So you play this, call a thing, and then like 2 roaming prisms come out. So now your field is basically full, right? When you think about it. So you have like 1 thing called by Elder, then you have the Usurp Dragon, you have the thing called out by the Order, and then you have the 2 like Prison Dragons coming out, and I guess that's like a full field for like very like minimal, what do you say, like a cost, right? But then you have like other things too, like you got Plant Token Girl, right, which you can call like 2 plant tokens. That's cool. In the end, they are still things, right? They are still things. You have the kind of the resource engine in a way that can kind of refund. You have something to like just wipe out fields. You have like a lot of one-offs and then still end picks at the same time. So quite interesting, right? Just this is an interesting take on Elder, because the only thing that we've really seen grade 4 Elder been played is just the was like old school Inlet Pulse, right? So could this be a way to build it? Maybe. And then unfortunately, lastly missing out was the Nirvana deck. I think this is Herb, right? Just your good old Nirvana deck. Unfortunately, 4th place, so just missing out that World's invite. Now let's move on to V Premium. Pretty interesting here, right? We also have a bunch of 2-ups. We got the 2 Gear Chronicle, 2 Great Nature, and 2 Grand Blue. But then we have the 1 Link Joker and 1 Gold Paladin. And that gold paladin looks to be Gurgit, which is unfortunately bye-bye, right? Is gone, and gone soonish. Right, soonish. But then in the top 4, we have good old buddy Kevin Cho making it to first place, getting that sponsored invite. Feels good, right? Feels good. I'll be seeing him at Worlds. Then we got Anthony Bailiff with the Great Nature, and then we got Jody Santo with the Chaos Messiah, and unfortunately, just on 4th place was Mateo Delalis with the Night Rose. So let's kind of look at this. We got Kevin Cho, buddy. How's it going? Right? It's just your good old Steam ending. Well, if it works, right? Yeah. Just play it, just do it, and I think it'll just continue being good. Yeah. And then in the 2nd place, we have that Great Nature deck. Again, this Great Nature, the Leopold Reverse has just been actually insane, right? Makes the deck work so well. You know, the old gacha mechanics becomes no gacha mechanics, and then you just kind of go wide, right? Go wide really quickly with a bunch of power. So technically quite easy to play as well. But if you like going excels and triggering fronts and going huge, this is the life for you. Actually running a weird spread too. Just a reminder, this is a real live tournament, so you don't show everyone your deck code unless you really want to. But running like the like 7 front 1 crit, right? The bait crit, you know, just to bait your opponent, and also running like 1 normal heal for like the 20k, I guess, for the 20k shielding, right? But otherwise, the rest of the deck is just very, very Great Nature. Pretty standard in what it wants to do. And then the 3rd place, you have the Chaos Messiah. Huge fan of Chaos Messiah. Actually running a large amount of grade 3s though, right? Grade 3 plus, I want to say, like 12 grade 3 plus. That's a lot. Only running, how much? Oh, his ratios are still pretty good though when you look at it, right? Like 12, 10, and 11. That's not bad. Wait, yeah, well, I guess it's got the Heal Guardians. It's actually 16 grade 3 high, but the Heal Guardians still really count. Right, but the grade spread is actually still pretty good. It's not too skewed. Even at the grade 2 lineup, we have the 4 Zirconium, but then the 3 Gastoro. And they're actually going for like 2 Burst Monk. I know like a lot of places like they kind of cut one of these maybe just to run other stuff. But for the grade 1 lineup, the spread is quite interesting too, right? Got 4, but then one of the manipulators, only 1 manipulator. I see a lot of people like to run more of this, like I personally do, but he opted to run the grade 3 Surgeon and also a counter charger as well. So yeah, cool. It's a cool grade 1 lineup. Really interesting to see how people like, you know, kind of change the builds to suit themselves more. I'm just a bit iffy on the high grade 3 count though. It just feels like your hand could be full of grade 3s and you just randomly die, right? You just randomly die. But yeah, but other than that, very, very cool deck. And then 4th place, we got your good old Night Rose deck that is still pretty good. Yeah, just Skull Dragon them. Just Skull Dragon your opponent. Hope for the best. That's it, right? That's just how it's done. So good job. And then lastly, in good old premium, look at this. 4 Aquaforce, 2 Narukami, 1 Gear Chronicle, and 1 Dimension Police. I have no idea how that Dimension Police made it, but yeah, dang. You know, they managed to do it. You know, Ripples was the deck out of like the big 3, you'd say, like the MFD, Ripples, and Narukami, that, you know, was lacking tops, right? But now they're back in force, no pun intended, with 4 in the top 8. And then if we want to look at the final top 4, we have Braden Braden Atanasio, right, with the 1st place Ripple deck. Sorry, I can't pronounce your name. Then we got Henry Gross with the Narukami deck. And in 3rd place we have Stephen Lee. Whoa. Is that's the was it 79% more handsome with iPhone Stephen Lee? I think so. Getting 3rd place and getting his invite to Worlds as well with Ripples. And then unfortunately, luckily in top 4, the 4th place we have Nicholas Trujillo with the MFD deck. And then if we want to look at this, top 4 lineup, there are 3 decks out of this top 4 that will not exist in the next format. That's right. Let's kind of just quickly look into it. Braden running the Ripple deck, very nice. Cool deck, right? Fortunately, will be gone soon. 2nd place, we have this Narukami deck. This one is not actually gone next format, but actually this is the Superior Ride Narukami, actually going for like an extra Vowing Sword, right? And then just the Superior Ride engine. Yeah, that's it. I think, you know, a lot of players, what they just aim for is just what, exterminate and win, right? Two exterminate, 3 stunners. Yeah, all right, not bad, not bad. And then third place we have Steven's deck, just running the you know, the Ripple engine, right? Ripple engine with a superior ride, right? Kind of like running the Lambros as well. It's pretty cool. And then lastly we have the MFD deck, right? So this one is, I think this is similar to one of the older builds as well, right? Not running just doesn't have the, is it the Tapir? I think the Tapir is really good, right? After playing it, you know, Tapir just you know, gets you anything you want and turns into like a grade 2 in the bind zone, right? No running Tapir I think is it's not right, but you know, they still have the Greg Exhaust Dragon, you know, Lishma, and yeah, the Stride Zone. Okay, right. But yeah, apart from that, that was all of Toronto this week. Pretty cool. Only I think Indonesia will be the first tournament for with the new ban list, and I think it'll be the first major SCA tournament. I know on that, like, we had a Weiss tournament in Taiwan a while back, and on the same day we had the Weiss tournament in Australia as well, Sydney. So yeah, but for Vanguard, I think it'll be the first. So Indonesia will be the first, but next we have Mexico. So yeah, that is it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below of this week's results, and I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, bye.